A lot of times in life, we're so caught up with the world around us and our friends and family. We're trying to fix all of their problems and fix everything around us and try to be the hero, really, and save the world. But we don't take any time to reflect on who we are, what we want in life, and what really makes us happy. We just get so lost and consumed with everything around us that we go through life really lost, and we don't know what makes us happy. We don't know what to do next. And as you get older, you start thinking to yourself, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going? And do I have the right friends? Should I talk to this person or not? Is my friendship with them, is it any good? Should I continue doing this? And you start asking yourself so many questions, and a lot of questions are ones that are good to ask, But I think that sometimes we spend so much time trying to understand people around us that we lose touch of ourselves. We lose touch of, the things that made us happy in life. And as we get older, we think of the person that we used to be. We think of the things that used to make us happy. Growing up as a kid, what always made me happy was, drawing, being creative, creating things. And as I got older, I tried to pursue other things. Things caught up with me in life, and there were times to where I just got so involved in other people's problems and trying to fix everyone around me that I pretty much lost touch of who I am, what I want in life. And as you get older, you get involved with working a lot. You get involved with so many other things that happen. Some of you have kids and a family, and you just spend so much time on everybody else, and sometimes people expect you to help them or to do things that you've always done for them, and they rely on you, they rely on your help, and then without your help, they don't know who they are. And I think that if you're a helpful person, or if you're the person that is always getting help from others, either way, both people have trouble understanding themselves and knowing in life what they want and knowing what makes them happy. And if you're just always going around helping other people, eventually what's going to happen is you're just not going to understand yourself. You're not going to know the things that make you happy in life. And eventually you're going to get to a point to where you spend all this time on other people, and then you get lost in who you are. And then you're no longer able to help other people anymore because you've lost your own identity. And sometimes when we do get older, we think back to who we are when we were younger and who we used to be, and the good times, whatever happened to me, and I think that's what happens a lot of times. We just get so caught up in the whole world around us that we try to clarify all of it, make sense of everything, when we should just try to make sense of ourselves and try to understand who we are. And I think that in the process of doing that, after you understand yourself and you know the things that make you happy, the things that give you purpose in life, when you wake up in the morning, what is it that drives you to get out of bed? What is it that drives you to go through your day and to continue doing things that you wouldn't want to do? And you'll reach a point to where there's something you're pursuing, there's a goal, or something that you want in life. And if you don't clarify and understand yourself, you'll lose that goal. You lose the hope to continue pursuing it. And that's all involved with goals and dreams and things you want to do in life. And if you lose touch of who you are while pursuing that goal or that dream, then you're just never going to make it there. You'll never be able to reach your full potential. And what you want to try to do is just be the best version of who you are. Don't try to be like everybody else. Don't try to just do whatever anybody else is doing just because it's popular or just because maybe they're popular. And I think sometimes people get caught up in this idea of popularity and trying to be a certain type of person and trying to do things that everybody else is doing just because it's working for them. You have to find what works for you in life. You have to find what makes you happy. And if you don't take the time to figure out what it is that makes you happy, the things in life that really matter to you, then you're just going to be spending time, just lost. Just running through life, not taking the time to enjoy the moment, not taking the time to reflect on what you're doing. And that'll leave you to where you're living your life just thinking of the future, only thinking of the things that you want to be in life, the things that you're going to be. And we talk about these things that we're going to do and the things that we're going to be, but we never put them into action. And years go by, and then you think, whatever happened to me? Who am I now? And that's when people, have their, what they would call like a midlife crisis, and they don't know what to do with their life next, and they just, they get lost, and then they make really bad decisions in life, and, they just completely change for the wrong reasons. And as I said before, you can always try to help other people. You can try to do everything you can to help the world around you, but if you can't help yourself, if you can't clarify who you are, and what you want in life, then life's going to pass you by, and you're going to just be standing there when you're much older, not knowing who you are. And I see a lot of people pursuing things they think that makes them happy, And sure, there are decisions in life that are logical ones, things that you should do, But I also see people that pursue something they think is going to make them happy, and it's something that makes everyone else happy, and then they pursue it, and they keep trying to be that person. And in the process of doing that, and they're spending all this time trying to be that type of person, they're not happy. They look back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and they think back, this isn't the life that I want. And, for me, I never wanted a life of only working. I didn't want to just work my whole life and then that's it. I want to do things in life that actually give me purpose. And I didn't want the jobs that I worked to define who I am. I didn't want everything around me to define who I am. And I wanted to define my own life by my own decisions and by my own clarity of understanding myself. I just never wanted the same life everybody else wanted, and trying to be, someone you're not, just to please other people because maybe they don't understand who you are. Maybe they don't accept who you are. And just because you're not like everyone else, and just because people don't understand you or they don't accept you, doesn't mean you should try to change who you are just to please them. Because in the end, it doesn't really matter all that much what everyone else thinks about you. It doesn't really matter whether or not they think that you are interesting to talk to, if they think that you're cool or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what goal you're following, what dream you have. Because if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that you can do it, and you don't believe that whatever it is that you're pursuing is something that is important to you, to where you're not just doing it to please other people, you're not doing it to try to be like other people, to try to be cool and to fit in. Just try to do things that make you happy. Stop looking at the world around you and trying to fit in with things and trying to be something that other people are just because they don't accept you, or just because they think that, what you're doing is impossible, or that your goals and dreams cannot be achieved just because they haven't achieved them. And there's always going to be people in life that try to put you down and tell you that what you're doing can't be achieved. And it might be through jealousy, or maybe they were pursuing a goal that was like that and they couldn't do it, so they try to bring you down and make you feel like it can't be possible, because they don't want to see people achieve things that they couldn't achieve in life. And so they try to bring all those people down. But just try to understand yourself. Try to learn what it is that makes you happy, what gives you passion to even get out of bed in the morning and continue going through every single day over and over and over. If you're waking up every day and you're still questioning yourself of, why am I doing this? Why do I even get up every morning to do this? If it doesn't make you happy and it's not improving you as a person, then it's time for a change. And sometimes we can be terrified of that change. But sometimes that's what we need, is a really big change in life to push us to stop repeating this cycle of telling ourselves that we're going to change and do something in the future. And then it gets there. And then another 5 years pass by. And then nothing ever happens. So just be yourself. Learn to understand yourself. Learn to understand what makes you happy in life. And stop worrying so much about what the world around you thinks. Because if you don't take time to clarify and understand yourself, it doesn't matter what you do then. Because in the end, the world's always going to keep going. Life is going to just keep going. Time is going to keep going. And the thing that you have to remember is, as you get older and you're going through life, is that as life passes you by, if you don't take time to learn who you are, you're going to look back in your life way in the future, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, and you'll think to yourself, why didn't I just take that chance? Why didn't I just try to do the things in life that made me happy, rather than trying to do what I thought would make me happy based on the decisions of everyone else? So, just go out in the world, do the things that give you a purpose in life. Whatever your passion is, it doesn't matter if your passion is, a different hobby. Other than art, it could be sports, it could be any type of athletic things. You could be into computers, or maybe the health field. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you try to just be yourself and just take the time to understand who you are. Because sometimes in life, we don't always have someone there to talk to. We don't always have someone there to help us. And there's going to be times in life where that happens. And when that happens, and you don't understand yourself, and you have no one to talk to, that's when you really have a problem. Because sometimes in life, the only person that we have to talk to, the only person that might listen, and the only person that will believe in you when the times are the most difficult, and when you are just at the point to where things are very difficult and you don't think you can go any farther, sometimes the only person that's there is you. You've got to learn to accept who you are, understand yourself, clarify yourself, and just keep doing the things that give you a passion to keep going every single day. And remember, never give up.